Shazam stars Zachary Levi and is directed by David Sandberg, I think it is. Okay, guys, I literally just got home from Shazam. Literally just got home from this movie. Guys, this might be my favorite DC movie now. Whenever I reviewed Aquaman, I said it was my favorite DC movie, and now I've seen Shazam, and this might be my favorite DC movie now. Please go see this movie. Please go see it. Okay, so there will be spoilers in this review, but before you go, this movie is great. I love it. Please go see it. Okay, there's going to be spoilers in the rest of this video, so if you have not seen Shazam, go see it, because it's a great movie. Not to sound rude or anything, but, like, the way I said it, but, like, it's a great movie. Please watch it. It's great. And then whenever you see it, come back to this review, hear my thoughts about it. So, yeah, so spoilers. Spoilers for this film. Okay, so we start out in 1974 with this dad, his son, and his other son. And his son, he's got glasses, but they're like circle glasses, you know, like not rectangular glasses like I have. And they're driving in the car, and then the son has a magic 8-ball, and the dad goes, "Son, I told you no toys at Grandpa's." And he goes, "But it's Christmas." And he's like, I don't remember what he says. But then the radio starts freaking out, and they stop. Well, the dad and the son, the teenage son, aren't there. They're not there. And the kid is still in the car. He's like, "Oh my gosh!" And they're in a cave. And he's like, "Whoa!" And an old Shazam guy comes out, who's played by the same guy who plays Korath in Captain Marvel and Guardians of the Galaxy. If you don't remember Korath, he's that who guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Okay. And then the kid's like, "What?" Well, no. The kid walks up and he's like, "Hey, you gotta do. I will unleash my powers on you and stuff." And then the kid's like, "Wait, what's this thing?" The voice is, "Hey, I like this." And then Shazam, I guess. He's like, "No!" He's got a staff. He's like, old Shazam. He's like, "No, you can't do that." And he's like, "Oh." And then he gets put back in the car, and he's like, No, I want to go back." And then he causes a crash, and the dad goes, "You could have killed us," and then boom, a truck hits him. Car flips over. I'm being too energetic. I'm sorry. This movie was really good. And the dad flies out of the car. He's like, "Oh, no." And then the teenage son is like, "No, Dad." And he looks at Flad is his name? I don't know. I don't remember. Well, no, I don't. I feel like it's Flad. I know it's something like that. Sorry if that sounds weird. Okay. But yeah, okay. So yeah, he's like, "You did this." And then years later, Billy Batson. He's run away from like 10,000 people. Not really. He's run away like 28 times. They say how many times in the movie, but I don't remember how many. I think it's like 28. And he's like, "Oh my gosh." Well, no, he tricks these cops into going in a place, then he shuts the gate thing, and he goes, "Oh, don't cancel that, blah, blah, blah. There's a kid who stole our walkie-talkies." Walkie-talkies? How old are you? Crap. And he takes the cop's lunch and he runs away. And then he knocks on a door, and he's like, "I think you might be my mom." She opens the door, and she's like, "Are you sure about that?" And he's like, "Sorry to bother you." And the cops come up and they're like, he's like, "You just had to take my lunch, huh?" What? Okay. Okay. This movie's amazing. I love this movie. But yeah, and then he meets this new family. He meets Freddy, who is played by Eddie from It. I don't know what. It's from It. I have an It poster over there. From It. So yeah. Yes. And he's like, and then he shows him all his stuff. He has a replica of a Batarang. He has Superman newspapers and stuff. And Billy's like, And they go to school, they get in a fight with some bullies, and then Billy runs away. He gets on a train. Train freaks out. He's in the cave, and the guy's like, "You must say my name," and blah, Shazam. The kid's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Say it," and he's like, "Okay, Shazam." And at this point, this movie it's so good and hilarious. Shazam, he's like Shazam. Like, there was never a dull moment in this movie. At least I didn't think there was. There was never a dull moment in this movie, I thought. And so he's Shazam now, and he's like, "Holy crap." He tells Freddy, and Freddy's like, "You're Shazam. Well, they don't think of a name. Then they do power testing. They do, like, tests for his powers. And they play a Queen song later in this movie, actually. Queen is a band. They had a whole movie made about him. It's called Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a great movie. It's amazing. I love that movie. Galileo! Okay, sorry. It's apart from one of their songs. That song is actually called Bohemian Rhapsody. That's the part that's in. Yeah. Okay. Back to Shazam. So, he's Shazam. Now they do power testing. His electric hand thing. I don't know what you call it. He can shoot electricity out of his hands. He has super speed, or they call it hyper speed in this movie. He has bullet immunity. He's bulletproof. He can fly. They don't know that yet, but he does fly later in the movie. And I think he's immune to fire. I'm pretty sure. And super strength. He has super strength too. And then there's a bad guy the bad guy's played by Mark Strong, who he was Sinestro in Green Lantern, if you remember. You probably don't. A lot of people don't like Green Lantern. Like, the movie with Ryan Reynolds, I thought it was a pretty good movie, to be honest. I kind of like that movie. But Mark Strong was Sinestro in it. And so, yeah, Mark Strong is the bad guy in this film. And they fight. And then Shazam figures out he can fly. Ow, my eyeball. And he's like, yeah, I can fly. It's so cool. This movie is so good. Okay. And there's a part later where he's electrocuting, he's like, your phone's charged. It's great. They showed it in the trailer. It was really funny. So, yeah, he fights a bad guy. Boom, bop, 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 scott. And then, so the end of this movie, every kid gets Shazammed. He's like, grab on the staff and say my name. And all the kids grab the staff and go, Billy! And he goes, no, the name I say to turn into this guy. And they go, Shazam! And they all get Shazammed. They all have Shazam powers, and it's so cool. And then they fight the 7 deadly sins. I didn't expect 7 deadly sin demons to be in this movie, but there is. And they fight them, and it's a really cool fight. I love this movie. I love this fight. This is a great movie. This is definitely gonna be on my top 10 best of this year. I can already tell. And yeah. So fighting, and then Shazam is fighting the Mark Strong guy, and there's a really There's a really funny part where Mark Strong is, like, doing a monologue, and Shazam's, like, a mile away from him. He's like, what are you saying? We're, like, a mile away from each other. All I see is mouth moving. I don't hear anything. And it's hilarious. This movie is so funny, dude. It's hilarious. And, so then they fight some more, and then it turns out Mark Strong has, like, the 7th, because, like, there's 6 deadly sins that are fighting, and Shazam is like, where's the 7th one, bro? And he comes out, and they fight, and then they get all the other ones together, and then they beat all of them, and then Shazam beats Mark Strong. He takes the thingamajig out of his eye, and he's like, yeah, and they all do poses. One of the Shazams, I can't remember which one it is, but the one in the black costume, he goes like this. He's, like, posing, and everyone's taking pictures and stuff like that. And then at the end of this movie, Freddy's at school, and he told everyone Shazam was going to come to lunch with him, but he didn't, because they had an argument, Freddy and Billy. But then at the end of this movie, Shazam comes out and has lunch with Freddy, and Shazam goes, oh, I brought someone else if you don't mind. And then Superman comes out. Well, you don't see Superman's face, you just see, like, down to here. You see his logo, and you see his whole costume, and it's the costume from Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League. But you don't see his face. I don't think it's Henry Cavill, because Henry Cavill's not Superman anymore from what I remember. But I'm pretty sure they made this movie before Henry Cavill wasn't Superman anymore, but I'm not 100% sure. But Superman comes out, and then Freddy goes, oh my, and then the movie ends. It reminded me of Spider-Man Homecoming, when he takes spoiler alert for Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man takes the mask off, and Aunt May goes, what the? And then it ends. And it reminded me of that. And the first credit scene is Mark Strong drawing the symbols on the wall. And there's a caterpillar, and it's talking to him. And it's like, sorry if I'm pronouncing caterpillar wrong. And he's like, the caterpillar is talking to him? I have no idea why a caterpillar is talking. There was a caterpillar in a case in the beginning of the movie whenever Mark Strong's character as a little boy walks in and sees it, but then it's gone when Billy goes in there, so maybe it's that one. maybe people who know Shazam really well will understand why there's a caterpillar. I have no idea. And the second credit scene is just doing another power test, and Shazam is trying to talk to a fish, and he's like, that's not even a cool power. What can we do with that? And then Freddy goes, dude, and he has an Aquaman shirt on, and he's like, we could summon like billions of sea life. And because he's talking about Aquaman, and Shazam was like, oh yeah, and that's the second credit scene. I really thought one of the credit scenes was going to be Black Adam, you know, like how The Rock is going to play him. But yeah, guys, I'm giving this movie Trapped in the Ocean, which is my best rating. I loved this movie. But yeah, guys, please give this video a like. Please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, follow me on, check out some of the videos, and let me know what you thought of Shazam. Shazam!